Good morning, everybody. So I'm looking at the cues this morning. Is the first thing I'm interested. We want to know the overall trend. We are in this mini trend on the cues, same on the SPY. We're basically being rejecting that the 72.39 on daily, 1, 2. Now we're gapping down a little bit comparing yesterday close on the cues. It's possible this gap down, if it holds this 167 area, that can push and go this area here, okay, to the 739 on the daily. Basically, I will be looking at shorts on Netflix, Apple, Facebook, all that team, if we have the break of this area here on the cues. Okay, so for me, the first thing today is cues must break down 167 to look short on Apple, Netflix, and Facebook. Why, guys? Because basically, this is your shift. You see here, always held the 729 on the 3 minutes, and basically here started change, now a little above, below this area here, 167.20, 167.10, we will have confirmation of the downside again. So then what I will be watching, the same exact pattern over here. I will put 279 and 80 on Netflix. That shift about the 70.39 came up all the way here. Now it's basing a little bit to 80. So you cannot short Netflix not knowing what the cues will be doing. You have to look at the cues. So what I do, I have on one monitor only the cues, and I have 4 big caps to see when I have the shift on the cues, then I will enter on the big cap. It's just my normal preference that I like to see the rejection short on Netflix, because when it dumps so fast. But you can do this even for the long side. So on Netflix, basically I want to see 279.80 when the cues will break and short all the pops. And basically, I always trade short in this way. Shifts below 3 minutes and 39, and we'll take all pops to the 3 minutes over here. You can see some videos that I posted on video section about the big caps, how I trade them, how I use the 1 and 3 minutes 729. Okay. The other one I'm looking today is ANF. Basically, guys, this had this news. New president. Okay, so we'll look at the news. I look them at here. Okay, just 1 second. So we have basically, guys, almost $4 only because they have a new president and they're starting to say over here all the new plans they have of growing success and all this stuff. You know, basically they want to put like a good sentiment on ANF. If you look at the daily, guys, is a beaten down stock. You can see it even here, this 21, how beautiful here rejected the 72.89. So beaten down stock. I will be looking to short ANF today. So still not a setup over here. I want to see open, push, stops, and short. This will be one of my main watts this morning. So I have ANF on watch. What are the possibilities for me? What are the setups for me to short ANF? So basically, I want to see fast push, stops, and that gets short. Or I want to see this 20 is not still a neckline because I would need to see 1, 2, 3 times bounce over here. But I will see this level where I fail and break down and reject to short. Then everybody, yes, bro, also earnings, yes. Didn't mention, but was also here. Check how it moves generally and on the earnings, and you understand why my plan. It's a beaten down stock. Each time puts out a PR, it tends to push up and then fail all the way down. It's really like that. About Tnxp, guys. Okay, recent reverse split. So this is basically coming up from what we had. Close of 380 yesterday. Gap fill. Now in the daily 72.89. This has a pretty high percentage of short float. It's a low float because it's 1.3 million. So this means careful because it can squeeze you out very, very fast. They have offering, they can have big dilution on this. So this can dump all the way back down to 3 and below. I will trade only price action if I will have the bars, because I still don't have the bars. I'm waiting my mother for the CP. And this morning I was only looking this stock to push. And you see, guys, over here, this big extension spike from the 5 EMA, that is my A plus setup. Where is your entry? On the break of this level with limits above. And on the next one, we had the same topping, so double top. So I was looking in this area, 720, 732 short. No shears, I said, but this will be my short, 730. Still for me is a 6 below the market opens. Now we have the 2M over here, but here you have a clear neckline. You break 660, bang, down till 6. You will see this. Why I'm pretty sure about this for the tape. I've been looking at the tape all fucking morning on this. And each time goes up very slowly and then dumps so fast. So like each time they start dumping, it dumps like 3 times faster. You can see one thing, guys, why the 1 minute 7:39 are so important. Look, we have basically the big heat map over here is 660, okay? And it's not that big because we have only 5,000, but I mean, like the institutional is here. This will break and will flush till 6. And here you have the 2 EMA. You will see many times that the 2 EMA or the 200 correspond at the levels that you have on bookmap. Okay, so this breaks 660, flush down till 6. It's a neckline. How you know it's a neckline? 1, 2, 3 times touched. Remember to study the neckline explanation in chart tape setup. And remember to study the backside where I also talk about the shift. So basically, the more often, so the more times we have a touch in pre-market, big gaps above 30%, of the neckline, the more the breakdown will be faster and reliable. So if you have shears on this, I will first of all lower my shears comparing to other type of trades like TIS, RSLS, HHV, and BRV, for the reason why that we have that very low float and we have this high percentage short float. So if you basically trade 5,000 shares, I will cut this and take 2,000, 2,500. Here you can see the break. We'll see. Just let me put this volume dots, I prefer. And there it is. Bye-bye. You have your 6. So I'm looking at price action on this. You can see here try to soak, but was so much sellers. There were many sellers over here that couldn't hold, and now will dump. You have your target 6. Called this from 7:30 this morning. Pretty big dumping over here. Just 1 second, guys. I'm helping a friend. How they're selling and diluting over here, guys. So I like, even I'm not in, to see the tape, how it's doing, and knowing the tape will make me understand better how will be the open and how this will go every day. I want to analyze the news with you guys on Tnxp because many guys told me, oh, this is a phase 3. And if you look at that file I gave you, when not too short, you have basically that I don't short phase 3 final endpoint met. Okay, but if you read good, this is not a phase 3 final endpoint met. This is a just mid, or I don't know, like what kind of like percentage till we have the approval of the phase 3, but they are talking about top line data of the phase 3 in the first half of 2020. So before this phase 3 will be approved, okay, it's called endpoint met, phase 3, final endpoint met. Oh, it will take many, many, many months. Okay. So this has still much time to go before the approval. This means they will put many PRs before they can approve this. They will try to raise as much as possible. They need to finish their trials. If you go over here, you basically see total current assets and total current liabilities, they're positive. Sorry, here, total current liabilities, they're positive. Like 7-to-1 ratio, okay? You basically divide total current assets, divide the total current liabilities. Then you see accumulated deficit, and we have 180 millions. You go back over here, you see 54. So they have 3 times, even almost 4, sorry, 4 times, guys, the deficit compared to the market cap. Okay, so the deficit is about 4 times bigger than the market cap. So that means it's a very trashy company. Then you have all these reverse split. Okay, this one, this one. They basically tell you that this is a shit company. Okay, only from the reverse split without need to look for anything. Then you have here that they have some cash, 14 millions on September 30th. And here we have operating loss in the last trimester, 5.5 million. Here you have a prospectus. I hope you read this. There's Lincoln Park. Whenever you know this, you know they will love to dilute and look to dilute. Let's see what else we have over here. Okay, you see, for the guys that we have over here, all this phase 3 news, whatever, phase news, they love to put out PRs. And in the next months, you will wait to see many more PRs from them. So here we saw, guys, come on, stock outstanding, 13 million shares. So risk split 1/10. Think we have 1.3 million float. If I'm wrong, please correct me. I like if you correct me in things. Just 1 second, guys. So no shares for me. So only interested if this will have like a push, came below VWAP, another push long. Basically, I will show you here long setups. Basically, I'm looking for this. I'm looking for a big push, pull back. You see this red? This is the 5 EMA reclaiming VWAP. On this bar you enter, on this bar here, when it touches the 15 or the VWAP you load. Another example. Let's see. This was a SSC example. When a first push, price comes down, 5 EMA reclaim the VWAP, load, 50 EMA, load the boat. So that is what I'll be looking to long Tnxp. If you have now it open, a push to the series 740, 750 and stuff like tends to do on these high dilution, pre-market high, open low, possible A setup, you go short over here. Be only very careful because of low float and high percentage short float. That's it. Only for that. Otherwise, this is a very good setup. I'm looking today AMD. So if you look at AMD, why is it interesting, guys? Found a topping over here. In the 22 area, found a topping 1, 2, 3, 4 times. And today, we are basically still above this 200 EM on the 5. You see how it's holding? So my way to short this is when I have a shift. The shift is or when we break the 200, okay, on the 5, and we started making lower highs and sure lower lows, or when we break the 3-minute 739 and we're looking for lower highs, lower lows. On AMD, I like very much because we have a beautiful options. So you can trade this like so cheapy. If you look in here, and even here, I will be looking for the Qs always. If you look in this guys like put 21, they're so liquid and so cheapy, really. It won't cost you anything to trade like 5-10 contracts on this stuff. So I will be looking for these expired in 20, so like this Friday tomorrow, okay. These are RTZ, so round to 0. Not going to play these others that they will move less. Then we have guys Asns, second day on SSR here. So nothing for me. The fact is that is breaking the neckline, okay. So once you break the neckline, below 270 will fall. The neckline is this one because 1, 2, 3 times. So this is a beautiful neckline break. This was a big extension day, close strong. This is a setup that I uh, look often. Gap down, failed push, came down. So breaks here 270, will flush. Alqa, review SYN. Review SYN and you will know what Arca can do. When you have this big extension day spike close week on the day, the second day you don't have to short like that. You have to short only on a push. So let's look together, guys. If you look at SYN here, you see this was the same big extension day, 1 o'clock, you see, 1 o'clock, sorry, 1 o'clock dump, 1 o'clock dump over here. So right away yesterday when I was looking Alqa, right away I had SYN, floor rotation, nothing else. Second day opens, and I don't care if opens in gap up or gap down, goes to break, has a pre-market high, open low, failed push, here stops and go all the way down. So if you're trying to play, meantime, Tnxp, I called you the 6 and 6 is coming. So if you're trying to play Alqa today, you have this pre-market over here. We can have a failed push into the $3 area and go short all the way down. I really would think that this goes to this area for what I'm looking for, because TOS and TC2000 both, they give me like high volume area in the $384 area. Okay. But I'm very interesting and pissed off at the same time, Tnxp, because when I see this extension, and who did the one-on-one with me on A plus setup knows how much I love to take these pre-market 5 extension spike, close red on the 5-minute chart, and look for the dump from there and try to short the lower highs. Guys, one thing for all the guys that are part for the small cap room here, only for you, the 17th, I will have like 1 hour, 1 hour and a half of webinar on small and big caps, the 2 best setups that I have. Okay, so one will be for long and one for short. I will explain you with many examples, live examples, how to trade the rejection of the 729 and over and over. You don't need, guys, so many setups. Okay, you get confused. You need 1 or 2 setups and trade them on different stocks. So just like a little anticipation, the other day we were looking, I have to show it to you probably here. on toss. Just 1 second, okay? Okay. So the other day I was looking AMRN. Like these minutes. Okay. Sorry, it's not this, the chart. Made a mess. This one here. Okay. So basically, I love gap downs or downtrend or gap up and uptrend is the same. Okay, just my personal preference. Take these. And these are my weight for the fill push into the 3 minutes 739. Okay, and take these shorts. And we took the short 1790 over here. Okay, then my error to cover everything over here and don't enter anymore. But these plays over here, over, big and small caps, or on Netflix, or on Apple, or on EMD, Asns, whatever, always play this. And this you have generally the second day or on a gap down, or gap up or uptrend. Okay. So just to tell you what we're gonna talk about. Yes, Jay. It's free for, yeah, all members, guys. Will be like my present for you, and we'll go over because many of you like look at too many setups and they get confused. Get that 1-2 setup. That's it. Build your account with that. Trade them over and over and over. It's very, very simple if you think about it. Don't complicate your life looking right, left. Just one thing, two things, the max. I was talking this morning with Chocana, with Big Mike, with Dell, and basically they were saying about the conviction, how to have, when to size, and all this stuff. So when I was like 2021, and I was doing like 30, 40 scalps per day from 30 seconds to 10 minutes long, 15 minutes long, generally on options and warrants, covering warrants. The fact is that I was entering in my stocks or these products, they call products, with almost 90, 100% of my total account each time. The fact is that I had a system that I made myself and I was winning like 90% of the time. So imagine each time you take a trade and like 30, 40 trades a day that you put 90% or 100% of your full account. And my minimum size was 200K, 300K, okay, after the first 2 years of trading of size without margin, real money. I didn't have margin at that time, so were like my 200, 300,000 cash inside. And I know what does it mean to be in a trade that is going against you and to feel like that heart freeze, you sweat your hands, and you feel that heart in your throat. And this is an experience that nobody knows till you don't feel it, okay? And the only two things I can tell you is that, and I was saying this to Stan and the guys, is that you have to know two things, and I always knew two things: how much I was risking each time, okay? So where I was going out each time. Before entering, I knew it. And how much I was looking to take, where was the profit, okay? The target profit. When you know those two things, that's it. Then if you have like a system that like 60, 70% of the time works fine, then you know that, and then you're a winner, okay? And it was like that. So imagine how much stress for those 4 or 5 years. So now my positions are smaller. Now we can work on margin, different kind of environment. They made like stock market accessible to everybody. And but always know these two things. When you get in, you have to know where you're getting out, because like that you don't panic. If you panic when you're in a trade, you go in confusion, and then you're fucked. Okay, you have to know what you're risking, and you have to know that that trade can be your stop. So you have to be disciplined with your stop. Don't be afraid to take that stop, because you know that in the long run, being that you track your setups, you will be a winner. I know, Vaughn. I know that feeling you can have with a $5, 5,000 account, or like with 5 million account, really, because for you that money is all your life. Okay, so it's totally understandable. So the only two things I will be looking for the open are Netflix. Sorry, three things: Netflix, ANF, and Tnxp. The only thing that Tnxp, need to see here with CP now. Yeah, bro. I know you that you're short. You say nothing, and in 5 minutes, when this dump, you will show me your your arrows. Okay, guys. I tell you now how not to freeze. Okay, you see this TNXP. The fact is that we know that this will eventually go down. Okay, everybody knows that this is a shit. And I make an example, and TNXP can be whatever other thing. We know things that tells us that is a bullshit, like news, uh, like the dumping they have in offering. We know the company is a shit or a split. We know this. But remember one thing, the price action is always leader. So analyzing from the price action today, I saw one thing. Each time was pushing, it dumped 3 times faster in the speed of the tape. Okay. So I will be looking here more to see a fast push here and a stuff and dump. In the meantime, it's holding 720, 730, so we'll see. I can trade only this long, so only if there's a long setup, I will take advantage of this float and go long. Good luck, guys. If you see any setups, if you see any alert, please write it in the trading room only. Okay? So everybody refer to the trading room. Otherwise, keep it that very, very quiet for the pro traders here. Okay. Like I fix. Starting. Soak it open. It's pushing. Let's see. It's pushing. I will take a fast short here, 780, 770, all the way in. I will take it, guys. Like probably 1/3 my shares, and wait to close it on a wash. So 770, you will probably cover at 730. Your stop would be 8. Look where it is up here. And there is it, 730. So this is how it works, the fast push out of the gate. That's it. Now that's it, guys. 770 stuff, okay? Looking for the risk at 8. 730 I called the cover, and 730 got. That's it. ASNS, dumping. ASNS, 3 minutes perfect rejection, guys. Alqa is that push I was saying. So if it gets 3 and stuffs, that can be a good short. Waiting still for that. When I analyze with you the tape on Tnxp, just dumping right now. Remember, you have the 2 EMAs over here, 650. Fast push till here, came all the way. So let's see for the second push over here. Perfect, bro. Perfect. Alqa above 3. So now where's your risk, low risk setup on Tnxp? Only if you have another first push to 760, 770. Otherwise, shorting here, for me, is a high risk. ANF, guys, is still uptrend, okay? I want to see a break of this 2 EMA and reject. Netflix, instead, made that fast push and coming down with the Qs over here. Remember, the Qs have to break this area for me to get short on Netflix. Here, look. Let's see here. 685. Let's see how it will react the prices, the 2 EMA on the 1 minute chart over here. Let's see, 1 second, Alqa. Okay, this is the second push on Tnxp. Let's look it together, guys. This is how you learn. So remember, to see the backside, we have to see the break of 2M on the 1-minute chart. I'm looking for a long, guys, on Tnxp. Because we had the first push, 5 FEMA reclaiming the VWAP. Okay. So I will say when I get in, fuck, missed it. That's your trap, low float, high percent short float. What I said this morning, just take that short, don't short it here on the bottom, and then look for long. This is what I said 1 hour before the open. It's not a short up here. It's not a short at all. The first short was here for a stuff, sorry, here, into this pre-market high and covers the dips. Now it's not a short. So guys, even if you think that, wow, it's a good short at 850, you have basically still no reason, if you're not like a mad scalper, to take short here. On this low float, you can rip your ass. Or better, you can get your ass ripped. Alqa is failing from the top. So here, guys, for who's looking at the longs, you can see how the 5 FEMA crossed the VWAP after first push. That's your long signal. It was late me to enter and miss this. NF. Okay, getting interesting ANF, guys. So why? Because basically we're starting to break the 1 minute 72.89 over here, okay? So if I have a little bit of dump and start rejecting here, that's a short for me, and I will be looking to short that. Putting here bookmap for you. Dennis wants to add long on Tnxp. Remember, your front side, this is no fucking trade. So right now for me is only to follow over here. What is doing basically, if you look at the 1 minute chart, if you look at a tick chart, which is basically like 133, 144, it's basically much faster than a 1 minute chart. Okay, you see more prints. Basically see only higher lows. So no short here, front side, absolutely, especially on this slow float. Okay, guys. At 50, and then right away it came to 860. And what's in it? Alqa. So Alqa is the second day, okay? Is above 3 minutes 7:39 over here. This is the bounce I was looking for. Some selling over here on Tnxp. You see this spike extended from the 5 EMA here on the 3-minute chart, but it didn't close red. It's not an A plus setup against a low micro float, flow rotation manipulated. I won't chase it short here. Still looking at Netflix, waiting the moment. Not yet. I need the cues confirming. Ok. Però io voglio dentro quello. Still waiting here, no trades. Remember, manipulated stock like Tnxp loves to play with you. This is still front side. You have to wait for your setup. No, bro, I'm here. Just watching the tape on Tnxp. Here we had this extension from the 5 EMA. It was a doji, so it was an undecided candle. And your first target is this 7 over here. Okay? That's your first target if you're short. Still watching Alqa, but no trades for the morning, guys. I'm very picky on what to trade. Must have my setup 100%. That's your target, Twema. Starting to look at Alqa over here. So what it basically doing, Alqa, guys? What we said, extension on the second day. So let's look at the day before where it went. Here we have pivot, 338. Let's see if it's making an extension or whatever we need on this. Breaking the pivot. The area of high volume the prior day is 380 and 4. At this point, I'm looking over there. Yeah, waiting for Netflix. High volume, guys, on Alqa. High volume. Tnxp is marvelous. Marvelous. So when before I was saying we were looking at these stocks like, sorry, VKTX, I think, like this VCIX, big extension, second day like to extend, but then they eventually fade. Or SYN, big extension, second day extends, and then they tend to fade. Still, you see on Alqa a set of higher highs and higher lows, okay? Double top, and rejection on Alqa. Trying to fill at 46, 47. Too late. My stop will be that 55 on Alqa. Here, top 1, 2 times at this 55. No volume imbalance, no volume divergence. If this close like this, then I enter this break. That's Alqa. See, double top here, heat map, resistance. And fill the pivot in here. Started short, 31 on Alqa. I will add with the risk till 355. Added more, 330. So let's see. Add everything here. So right now, guys, sorry, we have to know that Alqa is that second day that I'm waiting for a push to short. Add a double top, lower high. So now I'm waiting a set of lower highs over here, okay? Where is my target? The first target is 280. Sorry. For trading this, as I said, I'm looking at SYN. I can be wrong. and that's why I assume I stop at 355. But it tends to do like SYN for now. Opens and push, okay, and comes down. If we look at, let's see if there's another one. Okay, like basically like this and VLN. First big day, close week. Second day was always above 2M on the 1 minute chart and then dumped. So it generally tends to come all the way down. So like this, UAVS, Thursday big extension, second day above 2EMA 7289, and then in the evening, down falls, bang. So your guide has to be, guys, this 7289, okay? Is anybody listening in the comments? Because this is how you have to trade this bounce. Okay, bro. RLM. Oh, RLM. It's a pump? What is RLM? RLM. Let's see if we have news or something. RLM. RLM provides update on strategic review. Wow. Game changing, huh? RLM. Let me see. This is not SSR. Rejected. Float 53 RLM. RLM. Float 43 million. Okay. Short float not available. Market cap 20 million. So POS from that. Strategic review. Okay, just shit news, guys. If you see something that can help us all on RLM, please tell us, okay? So news is BS. Oh, wow. What is the stock? Let me see. Ah, okay, it's an IPO. Okay, okay. It's an IPO. What's up? Because basically, very low volume traded before. We don't have prior resistance, only this 7 and then this 13. So really, really careful. This is a stock RLM. Only you trade if you have 5 minute or 3 minute extension. Okay, got it, guys? Am I clear? Where? Oh, yeah, but no, not for this. It's above VWAP. Okay, this one here. Guys, just 1 second of attention, please. You see this RLM? Okay, it's hard to see right away in scanners in this. I'm not that fast to see scanners, but if you are like faster than me, these trades 5 FEMA after the first push here, that's your long. If you see Tnxp, this 5 FEMA crossing a VWAP after the first push, that's your long, okay? And what I said this morning, the 2 EMA, so 729 will be your base. Okay, guys? Netflix, come on, baby. It's still not rejection, but if I will get, guys, a push, okay, because here it's just like breaking up and breaking down, a push, I'm going to get 275 puts, okay? Netflix, 275 puts. I'm going to look for these, okay, guys? and still didn't have like this. The below VWAP came. No, I think. Let's see. Anybody on Alqa short? Not because you have to follow me at all, but because you had also your system over here. So first target, guys, me is the 2 a.m. on the 1 minute chart. Okay. So a little bit bounce over here. Let's see. Yesterday, guys, on Alqa, remember we had this. I cannot risk this. Okay, I cannot risk this. I'm in with 1/3 of my position. It's not big position, 3,000 shares. If it goes onto accounts, if it goes 356, I'm stopping this because I cannot start scaling 333, 332, or whatever at 380 and 4. What the fuck? I'm gonna risk like 45 cents average? Absolutely not. Okay, so I prefer to take my cut. But the entry signal there is good. For which reason? Okay, you see this zone of resistance over here and the zone of resistance over here. That's the first thing I thought was a good short opportunity. Then I saw this first attempt to break 350. This I saw second attempt soaked rejection on high volume, create an imbalance. If you see now, we have an imbalance. Why imbalance? 335, 355, 70,000, 335, 315. We have like 1/3. Okay, so this is all a short signal still for me. Got it? Open this RLM. Added something on Alqa 35. The reason why I have a short signal, I saw lower high, I saw this heat map coming, so I wanted to take there more short. Will be my stop always that 55, 56, okay? RLM again. But guys, RLM, I have the float 43 million. You have something better? Because it's moving like 2K. Float 43 million. Wow. So remember, on these plays like Alqa, it's not that right away they will go down. By the end of the day, I have a very high conviction that this will go down, guys. Example, this was MVLN. End of the day, died. Just end of the day, you see. All day kept above this one. And this was, let's see, this we saw it already. This was UAVS. So here basically first day, second day push. And when we start falling over here, we started falling once broke was 10:30, 10:45. Once broke the 2M on the 1 minute chart and 5:15 cross. So 5:15 here, still a bit far to cross. But this one, I really see the one target. 2M as 3 minute chart, TP on Alqa. Okay. Adil altered. What happened on Adil? Again, what was this shit? Adil. 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 Let's see what's with Adil. Easy to borrow, brother. Easy to borrow, Adil. Okay, my bro. Easy to borrow. With two brokers over here. That's Alqa, guys. Starting to get interesting. Okay, up 20 cents. 1-3. Hope you're in with me. So know always where you enter and where you get out. Okay. Mom, start closing that account. So guys, this is the only trade I did this morning because I wanted to wait for the best thing. Just a deal, guys. Did you see any news on it, please? Okay. So advisor certificate appoints global to the leader in field. Okay, bullshit. Okay, when you see that, it's bullshit. It's like that. You have to think right away. We know that the float is very small on the deal, if I remember good, right? 3.8 million. I think was less. Um, how to short ADL? Seems a sympathy on. I like Fate when you say like that. But bro, I would wait for this 1 minute 70 brother. Yeah, yeah. A deal. I don't know if it's the same sector. I didn't check of RLM, but seems like a sympathy, guys. Seems like a sympathy. Let's see if I have. No, here I have no shares. Oh, sorry, I told. Easy to borrow. Easy. Getting some tired. So basically, we have this news. So stupid news. Let's see. Okay. Inherent on alcohol disorders, hepatology. encouraging phase 2B data, guys. There it is, my first cover coming on Alqa. Nice, Fateh. I like your Christmas tree, brother. Adil open, guys. It's pushing like a bastard. A deal, a deal. Even here, guys, we don't have any kind of prior days that halted again that tell us, we stop over here, we have a big resistance, we have back gold, very low volume. So these are the worst. Okay, not for the float, but for like the past, as the worst stock that you can trade. Therefore, what do you have to do? Only enter if you have a pattern. That's it. Sorry, guys, I had to put this. You can see here in the tree, we have some bids, okay? Trying to create an imbalance. So let's see, I'm still all positioning. I'm on place in the book some, but still didn't hit. So covers coming on Alqa. Okay. Not yet filled for 1 cent. That Asns, bro, I see such a good long. They're 315. This one here, look, brother. Big spike, 5 FEMA crossing the VWAP. So this area here, 315, for me was long. So remember, first spike, pull back, price below VWAP, 5 FEMA crossing the VWAP, confirming, even dip to load the boat over here. Your stop just below here. This was a marvelous long setup. So, guys, remember what I said before on TNPX. I don't like to be the person that always say I'm right, I'm right. I really don't give a fuck about that. I'm just saying that whenever you will see like these runners like ASNS the other day, Tnxp, you will see always that they dip on the 2EMA. Just like simple. technical, okay? 2EMA 7289 Fibonacci expansion, they always hold this. And if you look on Alqa, what is holding right now? One time and two times, okay? Okay, filled at 0.5, a bunch on Alqa, two accounts. So this is on one account. When I tell like I like to take the pops, cover the dips on the lower high, when I bounce it up, told you all morning this was like SYN, and like SYN, I left it here, you see? They didn't want to get involved over here. I want the backside, like I took yesterday on, oh yeah, on Alqa in the afternoon. So if we don't break this, guys, my stop now is not that I will take this at 355, going to risk my profits, okay? So average, I will put this 340, risking like 6 cents average, 6-7 cents average. Because we know that on the second day, okay, if over and over, I'm repeating things like parrot, but it's like this you learn. We were looking at BTVT, I think. No, we were looking at NVLN, okay. This is one. The second day that extends, tries to hold the 72.9, 72.9, 72.9, then breaks. Okay, so like this on other stocks as well. So if we see, let's see, CLWT, no, okay, this UABS, the same thing exactly. Extends, so wait for the extension, and once it breaks the 1 or 3, the support of the 729 goes all the way down. Okay, this means that we need this break to confirm, then to go to close. And I always look at a daily meantime, what is doing. You see, the first day extended, closed so weak. Second day gap up and is there. If you look this one here, what was again? I think was VTVT. Yes. Okay, if you look this one here, guys, you'll see basically the same big extension, the same thing. If you look at NVLN, the same thing, big extension, gap up, extends, and fails. If we look at, let's put over here, this is demo account, so all the information there. If we look at this, we look at chart, let's look at SYN because I don't have the daily ready. Okay, so this was the SYN first day, remember flow rotation, something basically like Alqa and all the way down. Second day gap up, second day gap up. Here it didn't stand like more than 20 cents, 25 cents, came all the way down. Here extends more, okay, like about 70 cents. And now it's like some pulling back. Alqa, come on, guys. We need this break of 3. Who's still in with me? I know you are within with me. Guys, in about 5 minutes, I have one-on-one, so it's a little bit more than 1 hour tape reading live with a member here, and we will see back around 1 p.m. But I will be here, not on voice chat or screen share, but I am here like also commenting the market and everything. Okay, so see you in about a couple hours. If you need me, just PM me. I will answer right away. I'm here. Thank you. we have this on flow rotation. I didn't want to risk. And lately we're seeing this like hit and run style. So like Asns, better to take your profits, at least 2/3 of it, and rest trail to break even. Okay. What I did after, I would say, let's look for a long, because this is a possible long setup. And this was the pre-market. Let's put it over here. The pre-market, I said, I will be very careful if you want to short this. I will be likely more looking for a long setup, like 5 minutes, 5 FEMA reclaiming VWAP, or bounce 13729 on the low flow recent reverse split. If we get volume, this could lead to a good move. So I said, long on A+ setup, 5 minute, 5 FEMA reclaiming VWAP. And let's look at this. Here we have the first push. Sorry, here we have the first push. And here you have 5 FEMA reclaiming VWAP. So that's your long. And then I said, or bounce 3 minutes, 739. This is a 1 minute chart. These are 729, came down, bounced long. Okay. Only follow each morning the comments that I say. And this, I said it, 1:30 is like your 7:30. I said this 2 hours before the opening of the market. So what on this? This we know that I saw how it dumped over here. Add no shares, crying for that. Ask all the brokers. This morning was easy to borrow at center point. Then they took it off. When they dump here, they dump, and they have to dilute a lot, guys. Okay, they have to dilute it, guys. These two big candles with 500K, this is a big sell, and had also a shift. So till this will hold the 3 minutes 739, which is the shift I always look. This is all short bias. Then I want to talk about Alqa. So remember, this is a setup of first day big extended play on high volume, second day gap up, extends. The same spike I see, the same spike I want to see in the second day. Maybe you think that this is just like into my mind, but the fact is that, let's look together over here. It's something I already played over and over. Okay, so here, Alqa. Daily is an extended day with big spike close week. Big spike close week. I want to see, in order to short this, a push to 3 minutes 739, and we were above, so there wasn't this. And short, or a push to prior volume resistance area in 384, risking 415, 420. So I was showing this morning, here's like some of the things I track. I was showing this morning, if you remember good, NVLN, how it had over here a first day big extended push, second day gap up, extends again, and how basically it came up the 3 minutes 729 first to had the flush. Okay, so this for me is like in the resistance area as a short, risking that pre-market high, or wait for your flush over here. What else? Also, we had another setup that you can look over here. Who remembers? Let me see. DCIX. Again, big extended push, spike. Here opens, another push, spike, and comes all the way down. So this was the first day. Second day again, push and comes all the way down. So that's why I was saying, don't trade this short in the weakness. You want to see a push. So seeing a push means that you want to see this. You want to see a push. You want to see a lower high. And I had the lower high. Why I took the short in that moment? I'm still holding 3/4 of my position on 2 accounts. Why, guys? Because we were pushing into this area that I was looking of yesterday. of 380, 370 for, this was my area for short. And I said this morning, I'm entering 330, 335 short, 1/3 of my size. Then I add a little bit more, but 1/3 only, because the rest for me was if this was going here and was going 350. And my ideal trade would have been 384. So I didn't load the boat, okay? I was waiting also lower high. When I saw this lower high, I then added more. If you see over here, this was the first short, lower high, I got the top, perfect, top of this, okay? You see this is extended from the 5M as a spike. So that's my short over here. Got, sorry, I'm drunk. Over here, 338, fill again of the pivot, lower high, getting short. Where's the first target, guys? First target will be the 2M on the 1 minute chart, okay? Where's the second target? 200M on the 5 minute chart. So now I'm basically waiting for more fade to take profit on this. Then this morning, we can talk about ADIL, and then we're talking about big caps. So ADIL, this was a pump, IPO, news bullshit. I read it very good. I saw the flows. So when you see a pump like this, like RLM, you have to look, three things: short persons of float, and news, okay? So I look at this resistance over here, 3 came down. I started shorting 275 and stopped at like 298, like stop 17 cents like this. And then I saw this stopping here, 420, guys. And I saw, I don't want to short front side. I saw this, but I was still not sure. I waited this 4 over here coming. And then when I started this falling, I saw weakness, okay? I see this break of this lower low, you see, is like 1, 2, 3, 4 break. This break, I got short, 360, cover 280. So hit and run. Netflix, guys, A+ setup for me today. Mother traded this. So each day she trades Netflix because it's a huge range. Guys, look, yesterday we had like $20. Today we have here like $10. This is like the stock that can pay a bunch. So this morning I was saying that on a short setup, so short setup for me means like breakdown of 1 or 3 minutes 729. In this case, this one, okay, came down 3 minutes, reject 3 minutes and short, okay. Puts 275. So why 275? Let's go over here. I'm gonna show you. Let's put puts over here. Puts 275. Guys, the reason why is they're cheapy. I love to trade puts or calls, whatever, when we're like near expiring. So the weekly, when it's like Thursday or Friday, because they're like almost near zero and they like move so much, okay. So when it came over here, let's see on the 3 minute chart, when it came over here, this push and they started rejecting, close below the 5, okay, over here. The price she took was, I think, 238, something like that over here. And she sold it for like 50% more, like in the 383 or something. And this is only on like a $3-4 move on Netflix. Okay, so this is the power of the puts or the call, sorry, options. Okay, so remember always stay away from when it breaks or like this. Wait for the second rejection. That tells you that we cannot go break this high, and this is a fill push, like you hear me always on the other explanations. Wait for the fill push, can break the high, break down, close it below this 5 EMA here, all the way down. Okay, guys. So this is the things that I was looking at this morning. Basically, to very clean, focusing on building my account. The thing is that I was talking this morning with some good traders. I was talking with Chicana was talking with Big Mike, with Cadell. And the fact is that everybody has like this idea to put some money into grow account and become millionaire. Okay, the first thing is that you have only to rely on yourself. Knowledge from everybody, but only rely on yourself. Nobody will give you the secret sauce. And even if I can give you very good stuff that I actually use, it's not said that this my stuff will. It's like easy for you to learn, or like it will be effective to you for you, like from any other person. What I mean is that you have to study what I say, you have to look what other good traders say, and then make your way. Okay. Uh, in the room here, I only trade what I see, where I have conviction. I stay away from too many scalps. I was a big scalper before. Not to guess up, I really don't give a fuck, but I was a really big scalper. Each scalp I was doing, I was putting like almost 90%, 100% of my full account. And the time we didn't have no margin. So I was like 200,000 euro on each fucking scalp for 1 second to 10 minutes, 15 minutes maximum trade, 30, 40 times a day. So that means having conviction on what you trade. This leads to one thing, to have a solid setup. This leads to have two setup that you can really size in. And for me, in this case, and we'll talk about this on the 17th, on the special webinar course for the guys of the room here, is the 70-89 that I play on the 1 and the 3-minute chart. So that plus the tape is my A+ setup that I trade on everything. Because even if we were today on Alqa, I was saying till this doesn't break this 3 minutes 39, this is still like all front side. Okay. And I will be keeping this. I will be keeping till like probably 270 to 75 or trail this 310 the most. So guys, I'm here to help you. If you have any question or others, just hit me up. Just getting a coffee and we'll be all the rest of the evening with you. Thank you very much, guys.